impressions kind of review of a duffel bag. The background is I decided to get myself one of these big army style 90 to 100 liter duffel bags. Since we're gonna spend a lot of time overseas on a long trip and we're gonna bring a lot of luggage, we're gonna bring double luggage basically on the flight. And instead of just packing another suitcase, I came to the conclusion that I was gonna bring somewhat more useful bag and more versatile for different kinds of excursions we might want to do. So I decided on getting a duffel bag that can be carried as a backpack. And there are lots of bags to choose from. If you live in Europe, you can get the Hagor one from Israel, and obviously the high-profile brands like Maxpedition and 511 have their own versions. You have this Norwegian brand, Milrab, which also makes a lot of models that look really nice. Check out their site. This is well, they have one that is branded Milrab, and they have one that is called Nance's Bunker. Looks really nice too. However, I came across a UK-based firm Niton, Niton999.co.uk, that is. And since I wanted a black kind of civilian version, or something that didn't look too military style, their Niton Rapid Mobilisation Kit bag seemed to fit my needs. And it's a no-nonsense kind of design, not much extra features. I'm going to get into a little bit more in the features in detail. Let's have a look at the bag. So I'm going to tell you what I mean about this being a no-nonsense and not many extra features kind of bags. There are other ones on the market that has the ability to hide away the shoulder straps, and there are some models that have different capabilities of fastening additional gear on the outside, like they have some straps or stuff on one side. What is not so typical about this one from Niton is that it has these 3 side pockets on both sides. Okay, a lot of them, like I think the classical Hagor one, has only side pockets on one side, and then the ability to fasten your additional stuff on the other side. And this one also has pockets on each of the short sides, so in total 8 external pockets. And when you think about it, it kind of makes sense, since Niton is a provider of equipment for law enforcement and similar appliances like that. This is probably, this is meant to be a bag for professionals, for mobilization in vehicles, more than really a bag for the outdoors person. But obviously it functions really well for civilian use as well. The impression of the fabric is that it's very, very, very stiff, and it's specified as Cordura. I haven't seen any Cordura branding on the actual bag, but and it's supposed to be 600 denier, I think, which is kind of standard for a larger bag, but it's so stiff, so it almost feels as as stiff as my Maxpedition 1000 denier bag, and I like that. Obviously, you don't know how much of this hardness that will wear off or wash off when you wash it or whatever, but it has a very nice. There's a very nice kind of first impression to the feel of the fabric. It's very simple in the construction. One other thing that might differ from different manufacturers are how the shoulder straps are fastened. These ones go kind of in towards the middle of the bag up here. No adjustment possibilities here, and then they fasten on the sides, sort of like here. And it's good. I mean, there are others that doesn't have these curves in the shoulder straps where they are more straight. But this one is, even though it's simple, it looks kind of ergonomic, I think. And it feels kind of good too. I tried to load it up real heavy and carrying it, and I really like the feeling of it. There are no inner compartments, so it's all one big compartment inside. And there's this this bottom thing, this floor for the bag to make it stiff. It can be removed. That's it, really, on the inside. Note also that it has lining. It has a thinner nylon all the way through the inside. I think it's almost, or maybe totally waterproof. I don't know, because I've tried to blow air through the fabric, and I I couldn't really do that. And if you look at the pockets, yeah, that doesn't have the lining. They have this plasticky surface on the inside, so I think it's actually waterproof. The zipper looks very heavy duty. It's very thick, and it's YKK branded, so it's a real deal for a heavy duty zipper. They haven't really saved on the material. Instead, they have made it a very simple and basic design. Yeah, and here there's a small patch, small compartment for an ID patch or something. That's it. Let's look at the bottom of the bag. So underneath the bag, all this heavy-duty tarpaulin, is that what it's called? I don't know. It's a very, very, very thick, and it has a very strong feeling to it. This material, absolutely waterproof, no doubt. Yeah, I have a really good feeling about carrying this bag outside in all kinds of weather. I think this kind of bag might be very useful anytime you might want to take your family out, and dad is gonna do all the heavy carrying. The other family members are gonna take just their own little bags. If you're going out on the country, if you have to walk, to park the car and walk a couple of kilometers, you're gonna do perfect with a bag like this. It's not the bag obviously you're gonna take for a trekking with real focus on walking long distances, but you're gonna be able to walk a couple of kilometers no problem, and carrying a heavy load in this bag. Very easy to stuff in the car and to get out and put on your back and walk the distance you need. Also, if you're going to just for a few days trip and you're gonna pack for a few days, but take most of the gear for the family in this bag and have daddy carrying most of the gear on his back. Perfect. So I'm gonna load it up with some heavy stuff and put it on my back. See what it feels like. This bag just absorbs everything. It's just huge. 100 liters according to the specification. This is what the duffel bag looks like on my back, and I'm 186 centimeters, and it's a big bag, you know. So I think compared to a real trekking backpack, main difference is that this one, it rides maybe a little bit lower on my back. There's not so much adjustment you can make due to the simplicity of the construction, you know. You can't really make it take the weight on off your lower back so much. So the main difference between this one and the real trekking backpack is, I think, this one has a little bit more contact with your hips and your lower backs, but it's very, very comfortable. You know, it feels great to carry. At least if you're not too short a person, I think you can walk several kilometers with this one, no problem at all. And there's nothing really in the construction that makes you worrying about things falling apart or breaking down. Let's look a little bit closer on the attachment points here. Okay. This is a reinforced, solid looking reinforcement here where the shoulder straps go. You know, I don't feel I have to worry about this coming off. And on the bottom side, it's a triangle shape fitting here. Looks and feels real solid too. I think ruggedness and simplicity are good words to describe this bag. It doesn't have a hip strap, and it doesn't come with a chest strap either, but you know, can be fixed if you really want that. Features I might add myself are primarily it's the ability to fasten additional gear on the outside, especially when you're carrying it like this in a backpack configuration. I've been thinking of adding some straps or eyelets or something, maybe on the side here, on the top pockets on each side, so that I can just lash a tent or some other stuff on top that I don't really want to throw in the bag. That's the only thing I miss really. But I think since it's if you're the least bit handy with the sewing machine, and if you're the kind of person who likes to hack and configure your gear the way you want them, you know, this is a very good platform to work with. You can do whatever you want with this bag. Obviously, you have to think of the waterproofness if you do something that will actually pierce the fabric. My impression is it's a really good deal, very good purchase. Check it out on niton999.co.uk. They have their full catalog on their website, although I have a paper version here too. They have a lot of interesting stuff, stuff like this. Tactical style flashlight. This one has stroboscope as well. Really nice stuff. Molly pouches like this bottle carrier I bought for my Maxpedition backpack. Perfect. All at very competitive prices. And getting a bag like this with this kind of quality for something in the vicinity of 50 or 60 euros. Check it out.